What's going on, guys? The Comics Kid 2099 here. Welcome to day 231 of the 365-day graphic novel review challenge. Over the last few days, I have talked about books that we talked about in my graphic novel class that I took in 2009, I believe, and I am done talking about books from that class, but today I wanted to talk about a book that I discovered through that class, and that is Maxwell Strangewell by the Philbach brothers. In that class, everyone had to do a review of a book that was not covered on the syllabus. And I think the professor had mentioned this book at the beginning of the semester, and one of the other students in the class was really interested in that book, and so he did a review on it, and then his review got me interested in the book. So I bought my own copy and read it a long time ago, and then reread it for this video, and I really like this book. This is a very interesting book. Basically, this story is about a photojournalist named Anna. She discovers this 9 or 10 foot tall alien who is the Strangewell, and all of these different alien civilizations, they are starting to panic whenever the Strangewell lands on Earth. There's like 3 different alien civilizations that are all making plans once they find out that the Strangewell is on Earth, and some of them, they're not too happy about it. Some of them are really excited. There's one guy, he calls the Strangewell the Deathbringer. I think another one calls him the Wave of Light. So they all have their different ideas about the Strangewell. And if I had to sum up the plot of this book, I guess I would say it's kind of like a combination between the comedy movie from the 60s, It's a Mad World. It's a combination of that movie and Brother from Another Planet, which I reviewed on this channel a couple years ago. It's basically like that. You've got this alien who comes to Earth, he doesn't talk, and everyone is kind of reacting to him, and their actions are because of him, in reaction to him being there. And also, you've got all these different factions and people and organizations. They're running around. It's kind of a madcap quest, if you will, in the same way that a Mad World is. It's a very interesting book. A very fast-paced book. Even though this book is like 300-something pages long, it does not feel like a long read. This book is very easy to get through. I thoroughly enjoyed it both times that I read it. I will say the art style is very interesting. It kind of reminds me of those autobiographical comics like Persepolis or Epileptic, except a little bit more cartoony, a little bit more action-oriented. It's kind of like if you took Marjane Satrapi's art style and married it to Bruce Timm or Darwin Cook. It's a little bit more action-y, I guess is the best way to describe it. At times, it feels a little bit more angular, like if there's a fist coming right at the screen or right at the viewer or the panel or whatever, it would be almost just a square fist, and that's something that I could very easily see happening in a Bruce Timm cartoon or a Darwin Cook comic or even Eric Larson comic, for example. I really like the art style here. I love those cartoony stylists. I like that style quite a bit, so this style works quite a bit for me. I like the sense of humor here. The aliens and their civilizations and how they interact with each other kind of reminds me of Douglas Adams, the way some stuff is just really bizarre and really out there. I really love that kind of strange science fiction-y aspect of this. At one point, our main character, Anna, she's asking this other alien, how is it that I'm able to understand you? How is it that we're speaking the same language? And in Douglas Adams, they have a fix for that, where there's this fish that everyone puts in their ear so that everyone can understand each other. In this book, the alien says, hey, I love you, you're really nice, but quit being such an idiot. He's basically saying, everyone can speak the same language, don't think about it too much, we've got a story to get to here. There's lots of other really fun, interesting, science fiction-y things here. There is a jogger that keeps the planet going. Stuff like that that's just really interesting. Something you would see in kind of a trippy 1960s science fiction short story. I love that kind of stuff also. This book is also very feel-good. The message here is basically, let's all get along. And I remember whenever I was taking that graphic novel class, the guy who did the review on it, he wasn't too keen on that. He was basically saying that the message felt very forced and heavy-handed. He was saying, yeah, this is basically let's all just get along and stop killing each other. And the professor kind of sort of jokingly was making fun of the student, saying like, yeah, that's a really terrible message, why would we all want to get along with each other? I feel like I'm kind of halfway in between that student who didn't like it and the professor who, at the very least, didn't understand that student's not liking the message. I think that it is a very noble message to try and put across in any story. Hey, let's stop killing each other, let's all just hug each other and be friends. I think that's a very noble sentiment to have. It's not necessarily a realistic sentiment to have. If it was that easy, I think think that humanity would have done it a long time ago. And I think that trying to say, hey, it's just that easy, we should all just stop killing each other and hug each other, trying to say that it is that simple is very simple, if you will. I think that there's more to it than that. I think that there are better pragmatic solutions to world peace other than just saying let's all hug each other. I don't think that it is an easy solution to world peace. I don't think that there is one. I think it's something that we as a species will have to work for. And I know this video just got really real really quickly, but this book, I still really like it a lot. I do think that the overall message is a little bit simplistic and a little bit heavy-handed. I don't think that it's a bad message. I just think that if we are trying to work for world peace, we do need to work for it. It can't just be, let's all just get high and hang out with each other. It can't be that easy. I think that it's got a good message, but maybe it's not thinking about the delivery of that message hard enough, if that makes any sense at all. And this is not a political video. This is not a philosophical video. I'm not going to spend any more time on that. I really like this book. Really like the writing. Really like the science fictioniness of it. Really like the art. I highly recommend that you guys check out Maxwell Strangewell. So those are my thoughts on that book. I hope that you guys liked this video, and if you did, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back tomorrow with a different video. In the meantime, you guys have a great rest of your day. Catch you later.